There was a CSGO tournament, and a small group of people decided to pose as transgender in order to enter into a females-only gaming tournament. This group was told that they would be in trouble for faking gender, and that they would also have to provide passports as proof of their transition. As you might imagine, this picked up momentum quickly, and a couple of different outlets like Kotaku, Polygon, and BuzzFeed News had reported the story without properly vetting the information. Paul Joseph Watson was quick to point and laugh, as was I. Journalists from these outlets are so quick to say anything that fits their preferred narrative that they don't even bother to check to make sure those things are correct first. The gullible people on one side believe the first thing they hear because it confirms their bias. Take, for example, the OK hand gesture and milk having been reported as symbols of racism. At this point, people are just trying to see how far they can take this madness and still have social justice journalists reporting the ridiculous claims that a few people made. A lot of people who are tired of politically correct tactics are beginning to utilize the tactics of the crybullies. Make the PC journalists have to abide by the very rules that they expect others to follow. Fight them on their own ground with their own rules. And no one really needs to be told that BuzzFeed News, Kotaku, and Polygon are trash, gullible journalism at best, but it never hurts to reiterate. Here's a question that I have. Why is there a women's only tournament? Well, according to BuzzFeed, it's because there are not enough female esports stars and they needed to promote the women. Why can't the genders play together? The way I see it, we have gender-segregated sports because there is a biological advantage that men have over women, with more muscle density on average. In the case of video games, I cannot think of a single reason why either sex would have power over another. There is no decent reason why they couldn't just play together, and then you wouldn't have to organize a tournament just for the purpose of finding more female gamers. Seems to me that a certain person who put together a tournament is probably trying to meet women. For the same reason that there aren't an exact amount of women in STEM fields, or an exact amount of men in nursing fields, there are not too many women in gaming. Personal freedom. Women do have advantages with Let's Play channels and streaming, for instance, as women are statistically more likely to be successful with them. Things do not need to be equal all the time. That's communism. This moronic and virtue-signaling notion that women would be in gaming if only we pushed them more is complete nonsense. People do what they like, and people who are talented and skilled will be noticed and succeed based on the fruits of their labor. And look, I'll never be in the NBA. I'm not tall enough, I'm not athletic enough, and I'm white, and let's just be honest, there is a disproportionate amount of black people in the NBA as compared to white people. Does this mean that the NBA is racist, or that they pick the people who have the traits and the skills that translate well into playing the game? Like being tall, that sort of thing. So why don't we have a white people only basketball league? Huh? I mean, don't we want to encourage equality in all forms? Or perhaps, does that not matter?
Those that doubt me, suck cock by choice.